Time to set off and continue the journey. I am cycling to the little village of Fyti, and close to that village is an ancient oak tree, 800 years old, called the Aleppo Oak. And that tree I will visit now. Petros. Lucas. Yeah. Cyprus. Ne, Cyprus. Delfin. That elderly man, his name was Pedros, just showed me his art atelier. I think it was a hobby for him. It didn't seem like he was selling it. If you want to buy a vineyard. These are very small grapes, but let's see if they're already tasty. They're good. They're very good. Deliciously sweet. That vineyard will be a lot of work, I can tell you, because when the vines are growing individually like that, you can't harvest them mechanically. I mean, nobody said that these back roads are easy. In fact, they're extremely steep. Too steep to cycle in this case. It might not look steep, but I'm not pushing for no reason. Sometimes I think it's a bit stupid cycling around in these hot Mediterranean countries in August. But I don't have a choice. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I could have cycled them in spring, but then in summer I would have been on the Arabian Peninsula. And guess what? That's even hotter. So it's better to cycle the Mediterranean now in summer and the Arabian Peninsula in fall. Fyti, that's where the oak tree is located. I can fill up my water here. Does it work? Yeah. Good. All right, I'm good to continue. Okay, follow the signs. Acricus Park, oak tree. 800 years old, down there. Woo. I hope my brakes are working. Oh, this is it. Like the other oak trees that I've seen in the past days, this one is also an Aleppo oak, and it's the oldest oak tree on Cyprus. In the old days, the women of the village would come here to do the laundry. Now there are just a few fish swimming in this natural water reservoir. The village legend recounts that the trunk is so big that a woman can fit into the hollow space inside. Now, over the years, this hollow space might have increased in size because I can also fit in here. And in fact, I would say that probably 5 more people would be able to fit in here. It's nice and cool too. But I now have these things stuck to my socks. Let's have some lunch under the oak tree. This bread is heavy enough to knock someone out if you hit them over the head with it. I thought only Germans made bread like this. Alright, lunch was good. My water supplies are also refilled. I'm ready to go again. I have 35 kilometers now ahead of me with a whopping 1,300 meters of climbing. It's hot and humid, so it's going to be tough. But when the going gets tough, the tough get going. So let's be tough. Next up is Panagia, 9 kilometers. So far it's all downhill, but I know that it will be uphill soon. It's a nice spot to take a little break, take a sip of water, and then continue. It's also beautiful to see the patterns that the wind is making on the water surface. But yeah, the mountain isn't getting any smaller. Time to continue. It looks like there might be a storm later today over there. And back on the gravel. You know, every day, every time I film myself, I get to run back and get the camera again. This view here is just quintessential for this part of Cyprus. Vineyards, mountains, forests. A gravel track. That's it. Those cliffs are pretty impressive. So green all of a sudden. Like a different country. I just came down this super steep fire road, but it looks like there's a nice natural spring here. So I'll fill up my water. It's really nice and cold, but as always, let's do the taste check. It tastes great, which means it doesn't taste like anything. And right next to the water, I just found some blackberries. Whoa, it's an explosion of taste. That's a mosque. And this village seems abandoned. This was probably actually a Muslim village in the past. And then in 1974, everyone left. There's nothing here. All the people are gone. Let me check if the mosque is open. It is. There's nothing here. It's just... It seems freshly painted. This paint is definitely not from 1974. So someone is still taking care of it. But I wonder who. And I wonder why. I can't believe I missed them. Look at those chameleons. That is so cool. Look at them just chilling here on the fence. That's epic. This village might be abandoned, but there's still one inhabitant left. A chameleon. I know, it's way too hot. All of those houses back there are abandoned too. It's a story that repeated itself on both sides of the border. The Greeks in the north fled to the south, the Turks in the south fled to the north, and what was left behind were these villages of broken down houses and shattered dreams. But the mosque, it's a mystery to me. I wonder who paints it. This village here is called Fretsia, which doesn't sound that Turkish actually, but I don't know. What a beautiful olive tree. Seems like this patch of land here is still being tended to, but I doubt that the owner lives here. Look, this well here, for example, 1950. Actually, I can see that there are some ancient olive trees on this property. I'll zoom in. See that tree there? That one back there is also enormous. Look at that olive tree. I'm just quickly going to walk to the olive trees. This here probably used to be a single tree, or the trunk has now rotted away. So I'm just left these separate stems. Look at how beautiful this trunk is shaped. A little side excursion, but I think it's interesting. There is so much that hasn't been discovered or for sure hasn't been made public for any tourism or so. If you just explore a bit, you will discover so much. I'm cycling down to a Venetian bridge now, or to put it more precisely, there's an old water mill, and then if you hike for a kilometer, you get to this old Venetian bridge. Super steep here. Okay. save that one. Okay, I made it to the bottom in one piece. This must be the old watermill. I want to check out the Venetian Bridge. It's only about 1 kilometer away from here. I'm just going to walk in the river. It's so nice. The cold water around my legs, and I can see the Venetian Bridge already. And this is it. This is the Venetian Bridge. What a beautiful bridge, and what a beautiful location. And you know what I will do now? I will go for a swim in the river. Let's see what we can discover with the underwater camera. I'm super excited. Let's go for a swim. I think that this part here is going to be really interesting underwater. Let's check it out. I will continue onwards now for another 10 kilometers from the Venetian Bridge. And then I've seen that there's a park or kind of a resting area in the forest, which seems like a good spot to camp. My shadow's getting longer. Okay, a Apparently this is a park up here. Let's check it out. This thing is just in the middle of the forest. As always, non-potable water. Let's see if it even works. No. Oh, yeah, it is working. Okay. So I even have a water source to wash myself if I wanted to. Then there are some picnic benches up here. Oh, this is wonderful. And it's in the middle of nowhere. Look, there are a bunch of picnic benches here. I wonder who comes here. This could be used for a proper grill feast. And it seems like there's an abandoned building up on the hill here. Oh, there are some bats in here. That reservoir is probably where the water is coming from. This is the trunk of a pine tree that they felled here. It was 227 years old and 30 meters high. And they've preserved it. Okay, this is the end of an eventful day. Ancient oaks, Venetian bridges, amazing pine forests. What didn't we have today? Chameleons, geckos, you name it. But now it's time to catch some sleep, and on that note, I will see you on the next one. Good night, and as always, stay hungry for adventure.